All right, we can hear the lead moto, Lauren. They are coming at us hot and heavy. Where are we at in relationship to the course in this feed zone?
We are halfway down the feed zone. We've already been able to pinpoint where Keegan Swinson's group is going to be. We've got Braden Johnson's group back here, Braden Lang. We're trying to key in on where everybody's going to get their feed and what it's going to look like when they come through the feed zone, because this is going to be chaotic through here. We're at mile 30, right?
Right. And really, just to cue it up, Sean Fincham is queuing up and jumping up into third, so we may see him come through in his kit. And like Lauren was pointing out, we're trying to find where the key spots are, because are they getting packs? Do they need more nutritional bottles?
Right.
So this is going to be so much chaos. The feed zones are insane these days.
It is. Lead moto just coming through right now, and we've been following on the live tracker just like you at home have been doing, and it's just chaos out there, right? The trail named technical difficulty is literally just that. We have seen a whole lot of things going on out there. Simone Pilote actually unclipped walking some portions.
Yeah.
What else?
Well, I think in general, this is the point in the race where it is so technical. The single track has started to take its toll, and they are jockeying for position, but luckily there's larger gaps going on, and the chase groups are literally able to do what they need to do to make that contact. We're going to see it today.
And we've also seen Cole Patton in difficulty. He's had a hub issue, we've heard. And unfortunately, Keegan Swinson, something happened to him early in the race. I'm sure he's probably making his way back up front, but ever the professional he is. And we tried to glean a little bit of information from his staff. Didn't get anything from them.
No.
All tight-lipped, keep the cards close to the chest. But maybe actually nothing did happen. So maybe he just needed a little bit more warm-up today.
Right. And something that we kind of didn't expect in the men's race is that early animation. So right off the bat, Cam Jones
lit it up.
Didn't he?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, and he's still doing it. And we expected the same out of Simone, but Simone is not have the success once they come through here, where we're going to see Cam Jones either with Matt Beers or leading him out. So we've got a lead trio coming in here, Lauren, and then the chase group. But this feed zone, it's imperative to get the bottles. It's imperative to restock.
Yeah, 100%. And Michael Garrison is someone else that is also up there. Expected, not quite sure, because Michael comes from a road background. He was on Hagens Berman's for years and years, but he's trying to do this blended, privateer like all of these athletes are trying to figure out. So good to see him up there.
Well, absolutely, and I think a big confidence booster, because the technical difficulties was hard, and it sets the tone, but they have ledges after this.
How much farther till ledges?
So they have about 12 miles before it gets technical in their face again, and when we say technical, we're talking real mountain biking, Ozark style, with ledge that drops off 20 feet, 2 feet wide or less, and then literally they're racing. They can't take a bottle, they can't feed, and it's trying to get traction while they're climbing.
And we were talking about this earlier. Nat, this is your forte, man. You live and die mountain biking. I'm a roadie by heart, and trying to follow Nat just the other day, we were talking about this right now, is like, if you have the lead, you're in sweet spot. You get to pick the line. You get to pick the speed. And it's really hard for anybody. I'm never going to be able to pass you, but to either, one, stay your will, two, figure out when and where to pass you.
Passing. Lauren, this course.
You're not passing me, Lauren. Get back.
True. Neither are the competitors. When the lead group is racing for something like this, passing is something they thought about, but there's not a lot of passing. The feed zone may be a spot where that's where they need to make contact with a rider like Keegan that can bring them up into the field. That's what Keegan and Cole are doing right now. They're not in position where they wanted to be strategically, so they're pivoting, and then this is close that gap, how to make contact. Beers is literally sneaking away.
Yeah, and so, talk about that. That's a good point, Nat, is like, could this be a point in the race that it's almost like a restart? If you've been chasing and following and haven't been able to jump around, is this your opportunity? And will that be a drag race back into the single track?
That's the thing, Lauren, is you're nailing these key parts for some of these folks that they won't tell us and give us the strategy. They know that this particular zone is what would be a reset in mountain biking terms, because they can get in the groove and they need to be in a flow state. The flow state is where your legs are firing, your nutrition's there, but you're actually not losing momentum and you're moving forward. You're not pumping your brakes as much. You're accelerating, and you know all about that.
Yeah, that part I do know about. And like you said, like dropping your pack is key. Getting your next pack, we're assuming, and clipping it and getting it sorted. And then again, all while you are repositioning yourself and probably going into VO2. Like, that's amazing.
Yeah, and the other piece is some of these packs have hydration that's cooled and chilled, so they're bringing their body temps down. It's humid today.
Good point. Yeah, it's hot. We're in t-shirts now.
We are. We're shedding the clothes. Okay, here we go. You can hear the bottle drop. There's Cam's feed zone, and like you're saying right now, he's got to get this pack back on.
Nice.
That's a true pro right there.
Right there. He was able to get a bottle with a gel on there. He's got multiple feeds, basically lined out down the road here, so he can take his time, get his pack, boom, get another feed from his pickup right there.
I mean, that was to the T perfection, where he's comfortable with the amount of bottles he got. I was able to grab one. He's off the handlebars, and he's taking the entire road, where if he were to come in this with the Chase Braden here, he wouldn't have had the space that he does. So Braden, same thing, relaxed, composed. He's not panicking at this point, cooling down the back.
He did not grab a pack.
He dropped one. So he started at other point with it. Okay, so this is the second bottle that he got there.
A nice little ice pack thrown from behind the back. Nice. Yeah, and that was probably a 45-second gap to the lead rider. So
and notice that it gave the look back, because he's not sure, chasing-wise, where the contact's going to come from. And they made a big effort, a conscious effort, to get to this feed zone where they would have the time to relax, slow down that little bit.
And now you're basically 1-to-1 on the course. You've got a significant gap. You can find your rhythm, get your pace right. And then when does Braden have the opportunity to chase down Cam?
Well, the other thing is Matt Beers has not come through here yet. So in my mind, Matt Beers last year he positioned into the sprint. So the entire course he was at the front end, the pointy end. And Matt Beers is someone that can bring you and do the work for you, but it would be a good gauge. At this point, Matt Beers hasn't come through yet, so something's going on with Matt, where a few minutes ago he made contact with these guys. They were riding down the switchbacks together.
That's the beauty of bike racing, is like we never quite know what's going to play out, and there's still a lot of racing to go, though, Nat. There's plenty of racing to be had.
Best point, Lauren, that you brought that up. So much racing to be had. And honestly, since I built this course, and I can explain the way that the race works, the early efforts in this course are the beginning part out of Bentonville into Bella Vista. A lot of climbing, a lot of power moves. So you want to be able to do the technical stuff with energy left and with skill set, so that you can either chase down the record that was set last year or be competitive.
Yeah, I gotcha.
There's Matt.
There we go.
Well,
Matt's looking down at his bike there, Nat. I wonder what's going on.
Well, and you can hear that the gears are not working the way it needs to be. Okay, so now teamwork going from all facets here. Matt Beers wasn't even in the gears that he needs right now, because he needs that 52, the 50 for these climbs coming up. If his lower gears are giving him the problem right now, then shifting has been an issue for who knows how long with Matt.
So that means something has either happened, he's tied into someone, or, I mean, because you usually start with a well-working bike.
I mean, his mechanics were on it. So in my mind, the derailleur the alignment is messed up. So that would mean maybe the bike, maybe he had a bobble, or he set the bike down, and then the derailleur is not as in line, so it's not shifting, and he needs it to shift. He doesn't want to break a chain. Okay, this is the chase group that now it looks like these guys, Andrew, so we've got Lesby. Cole has been coming up through the breaks here, and we haven't seen Cole Patton, but his teammate is escaping off the front.
And we got Trekkie up there, and also everyone is coming through and getting a time gap and kind of getting a sense of where they sit right now in relation to the front three.
So I think Andrew and Trekkie there are pretty much the lead guard setting the pace, and the important part now is to just keep the calm, keep the composure. That's a strong group. If I were Matt, this group coming up behind is a very comfortable space to be in because they worked hard to get where they're at.
Yeah. I was punked out by the vehicle. Here we go. This is Michael Garrison coming through.
Michael Garrison did a lot of early closing, and I would call Michael one of those privateers that he's put this race on himself and had to do a lot of work. He doesn't race.
Whoa, his pack broke and he's behind that vehicle. Woohoo!
Yeah, so essentially what I'm looking at from that feed with Michael Garrison is very chaotic and stressful. So
but he made it. He's pro. I mean, like, he handled it like a champ. And now, was this Cole Patton? Sorry.
It's really difficult in these feed zones, Lauren, because
Here we
have
go.
Keegan now, who has really climbed through with Cole. They are doing everything they can to keep their calm and composure as the race has been sneaking away from them. These two, it seems like from the beginning, were not in position where they needed to be.
Yeah, but Keegan is very calm, cool, and collected, right? Like, he's not panicking, he's not freaked out. So that's like, I wonder if he's just, like you said earlier today, is he having an off day, or just kind of riding into the week essentially? Because look, we got Big Sugar next weekend too.
He also has a big enough points gap in the overall lead. But what I wanted to see was how close that group of Trekkie and Lesby, they're chasing and they're going to make contact. So the race dynamics by the time in the next hour are probably going to switch up really big.
And we've also been talking about the points and overall and what this means going into the final next weekend as well. So again, a lot is on the line. We will be following on the live tracker. Hope you are as well, and we will see you at the finish.